They have no chill. There's so much more updates that I gotta go over. But yes, outside of that, we do have Middle VK taking down Rostock 2-1, waiting in the semifinals. Oh, a pretty intense PvP that was going on there between Middle VK and Rostock, but he will be waiting in the semis for the winner of this series. Meanwhile, Mixu took down Yu 2-0. Yu, he is a Protoss player from Australia, so Yu does... Oh! Wrong race. But Yu does go down. Oh, to Mixu, and Mixu's facing off against Nicorakt in a ZVT. Honestly, a really spicy series. Like Nicorakt versus Mixu, I do think that they are very well matched with each other, and they're going to provide for a very, very entertaining series. So I do look forward to that. And at the very bottom of the bracket, we do have Silky taking down CSO's Next Time. I'm not too familiar with Next Time from CSO Esports. Not too familiar with, but I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good series. That name, that's all those V's, that is the Chinese player Silky, a very strong player from China. I would say the best Zerg player in all of China. So we have a ZVZ going on down there between Miyamika and Silky. Winner moves on to the semifinals to face off against the winner of Mixu versus Nicorakt. But we are here in our own series. Oh, no predictions yet. If you want to get your gamba on, if you want to gamble and put your points on the line, that'll be reserved for the semifinals. Just because these games have been so quick, they've been. But here we go, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have the Polish Protoss player. He is pink. He is representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the German Terran player representing Berserker Esports. It is BattleB. Here we go. Again, they were very quick to conduct their vetoes, very quick to get into their series. And I am ready for it. BattleB going to be going the long way around with his SCV scout because it's not scouting. It is going to be looking to go for a bit of an eBay block here and delay the nexus of Krystianer. Probe is sent down though very early on, and despite the eBay being thrown down, we have a very quick reaction, very quick response with this probe, and as a result, this engineering bay shouldn't get too much progression on it. It should be cancelled. Up. Go. There we go. So again, very wise of Krystianer to go down to the low ground when he did. That does mean that he won't be forced to take the unnatural natural. What I mean by that is that if that probe didn't go down, by the time Krystianer expands, this eBay would already be done, would almost be done, would be like at 99% complete, and then BattleB pulls off, of course. And if there's that much progression, and if it hadn't been scouted, then just because there's so much HP, it's typically not worth killing and not worth delaying your natural by that long. And Krystianer, he'd be forced to expand here at the linear third or at the triangular third. And obviously that makes it really awkward to defend your bases against Reaper harass, Hellion harass, drop play. It just makes the defense really awkward here for the Protoss. But Krystianer, he plays it safe, he checks, he denies the eBay. Really good stuff. Wait, what? What is happening? I may have to restart. Yeah, this hasn't happened before. Okay. I may have to restart my client after this, because the logos mod is not updating properly. Weird. Odd. Very odd. Oh, yeah. I may ask the players for a moment, as we are given a very big raid. Thank you so much. Shout out to M. Canning. Oh my god. The hope of North America. The bald eagle himself. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. I'm assuming you were playing some StarCraft. I'm assuming you were hitting that ladder, maybe even the Korean ladder. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. For those that are tuning in, we are here hosting our own tournament, the Sparkling Tuna Cup. Despite what the Platypus may tell you, this is not the Grand Platypus Open, this is the Sparkling Tuna Cup. It's our bi-weekly open tournament to all regions, to all races, to all people, to all shapes and sizes. And we are in our second series of the night. Bit of a TVP. This platypus is supposed to be a tuna. Anyway. Regardless, the Reaper is looking for said scout. Checking the vision here, BattleB still hasn't seen the tech, and he won't be able to knock himself into the main. It is going to be a Stargate opener from Krystianer. He's not going for a Phoenix first, he's going for the Oracle instead. Oh, as Adept does shade into the main, does get eyes. Oof. On the production. This is dangerous, by the way. A lot of friendly fire was done to these SCVs, and if we don't repair, this Oracle, it's got potential. It can come in and it can just snipe and pick off every single one of those workers. And that's exactly where it's going. That is exactly where it is headed. The Widow Mines are out of position. The Oracle comes in, does clean up the damage that was done earlier, takes down 4 of those SCVs before it's forced back. So again, good use of the Oracle, just capitalizing on the situation, on the opportunity that was presented here to Krystianer. As the Widowmine drop his head towards the main. Now, Krystianer is also racing back home. He is aware that the Widowmine is missing. Obviously, he knows it was there because of the Adept earlier. And now he's in position. The drop comes in and up. Ooh, 1 mine shot does go off. 3 workers go down, but with the arrival of this Phoenix, the medevac is going to be hunted down. There is no escape. And typically, I would say that that was worth it for BattleB to get, to get those worker kills. But after losing the medevac, a little bit less so. Not as much. Not the trade that BattleB was hoping for. As he dips in with his Reaper, Krystianer has got his 3rd on the way. He is going to be taking into that robotics base, so he's working on some splash damage. Again, some relatively greedy play here out of Krystianer, staying on a very low gateway count, only 2 gateways, which means very little when it comes to the army, but he's just rushing into his 3rd and rushing into his tech with a Forge, Robotics Bay, and a Twilight Council all at the same time. Because of BattleB's opener, there just isn't that much to really threaten Krystianer for the time being. He's just going to be keeping tabs on things. Goes in with his Oracles. The Oracles are keeping the Marines back at home. Again, 2 Oracles are pretty threatening. And BattleB, he refuses to get missile turrets. Doesn't want them. Doesn't need them. Not now, anyway. As we do have, Stim, Combat Shields +1, all the upgrades are on the way. Looking to hit a strong timing. A very powerful bio push is upon us once the medevacs come out. The Observer should see this coming ahead of time. I mean, the army has been spotted, and once it moves out, Krystianer, he'll be aware. He knows. Oracles can confirm that as well. As the army moves out, the Oracles move in. Ooh, and the mineral line is very exposed. A lot of SCVs are going to be going down, but does that matter? Because BattleB, he's committed to this attack. What do we have at home to defend? We have a shield battery, we have an overcharger, we have 1 Colossus, an Immortal, and a lot of energy for force fields. 2nd Colossus is on the way. The gateway explosion is still not done. We can't warp in. Force fields are half decent. They take down a Marauder. They're okay. At the same time, Auto Turret is going to be harassing a solid disable on the Colossus. And without the Colossi, BattleB, he can gain some ground. He's taking down the base. He's focusing down some workers. Nexus is going to fall. Again, a good pick off here from BattleB. He did lose a big chunk of his army, though, in doing so. But he dives into the main, depowers gateways, and BattleB, he's not stopping. He's got another double jump coming in towards the left-hand side. And he's taking down so many pylons. Not depowering as much as I'm sure he would have liked. Oh, yes, he does lose the medevac. The double drop is being intercepted. Oof. Krystianer is holding. As I say that though, again, losing that 3rd base was pretty big, and it does mean that BattleB has a better economy than that of Krystianer. Mules, of course, are coming into play. 3rd CC is in production as well. BattleB, he's not going all in. His attack was very committed, though. It had to do some kind of economic damage to facilitate and to, allow this base to be as late as it is. And for the most part, it did. now we have Krystianer moving out here with his oracles, just keeping tabs on things, making sure that no base is being taken on location. And BattleB once again moves out with a massive drop. The Observer does let Krystianer know, but bit of an overextension. He does lose his Phoenix and his Oracle. But he is accurately reading that there's a drop on the way, and he does confirm it with the hallucination. Because the Huluk attacked, BattleB knows he got spotted, and he will back off. So a little bit fortunate here for BattleB that the hallucination revealed itself to the army. So he didn't commit to the drop, didn't lose anything, otherwise that would have been disastrous if he tried to dive through this dead space, or dive through that area. And BattleB is going to be backing off, taking his third. He's calming down, BattleB. There's a second starport on the way for continued Viking production, eventually back into medevacs. Yeah, so far this is looking pretty even here between these two players. BattleB being active here on the left-hand side, looking for a Colossus. It looks like he may find one. Almost does. Good juggling out of Krystianer. Does keep it alive, does pull it back. And we can see BattleB may be punished for this. Here we go, Krystianer pushes out. He's up to 4 Colossi. Oh my god, that's a lot of Colossi. There are no tanks back at home to defend the boys. They have to be pulled. A good concave being set up here by BattleB. But there's still so many Colossi, so many lasers, Papi. The Vikings are going ham. They take down a Colossus. They're going to be able to take down another, but it's too much. GG gets called, and Krystianer does take game number 1. GG. Colossus push was just a bit too much. BattleB caught out on the map. And he was doing a lot of damage to those Colossi, but it was taking a little bit too long. Again, the juggling was really good from Krystianer, just preserving his splash damage, preserving his units, keeping up that momentum, and yeah, GG. Does take that first game. I see Fiant in the chat. Give him a lot of love. Give him a lot of love. He's a great guy. Great guy. He woke up early to play in this tournament. Good supporter of the channel. So less than 3. Less than 3. The can. Oh, MCatting is a chess pro now. Oh, there you go. GeoGuessr main. The famous Platunopus. Exactly. Iceland. He knows. As we are getting into this and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the German Terran player representing Berserker Esports down in the series, but not out. It is BattleB. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player. He is pink, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. BattleB. He had some nice moves in that last game. Definitely had some nice moves. Had a great attack at the third. Took it down. Great disables. But outside of that, had a little bit of a harder time being as aggressive as he wanted to, right? He was constantly trying to go for drop play, going for doom drops as well. His army was very flexible, very maneuverable, very well adjusted for drop play, but he just couldn't quite pull it off. We saw Krystianer, he did a great job of just keeping up with the movement of his opponents, whether it was with the observers or with his oracles, with revelations. At every turn, he was keeping up with BattleB and denying the drops. And as a result, BattleB, he couldn't keep Krystianer back at home. He couldn't keep him at bay. The eventual attack was just a little bit too much. As BattleB, once again, he avoids the center pathway. He goes the long way around and is going for an engineering bay block here at the natural. eBay's on the way. And this is going to force the unnatural natural out of Krystianer. We were talking about this at the start of the first game, about how if Krystianer seizes ahead of time, he can pull workers and he can kill the SCV and stop this eBay from getting too much progression on it. But at this point, it was too late, and Krystianer, he didn't check. He's forced into this really awkward base location instead. So a much better start this time from BattleB. Forcing the unnatural natural, the power of the eBay block. It's pretty good. If it goes unscattered. Behind this, we do have a Reaper production commencing here with a Rax into a reactor first. Bunker in production. The bunker is spotted here by Krystianer. Already throwing down the shield batteries to deal with this. Again, this is a really bold move out of BattleB because it's a gateway on the high ground. Like, this is spotted ahead of time, and oh, we can delay that bunker a little bit longer. Oh, can we reach? We cannot reach the SCV. The bunker will finish, and the Reapers are soon to arrive. So this is just designed to deny mining. Because this bunker is here with Reapers, no mining can occur at the natural base. Krystianer, he has to keep his probes in his main until he deals with this bunker. Now, because he threw down a shield battery, he has a shield battery, he has an overcharge. The Stalkers will eventually kill this. They will force a salvage. Oh, so far, good juggling with that SCV. Does keep it alive. The salvage is upon us and up. Ooh. 1 second too late. The salvage will not finish. The bunker will be killed. So a bit of a mistake there from BattleB. Wasn't able to salvage in time. And Krystianer is able to maynard his probes over and get back to mining. Up. Reapers arrive once again just to try to punish that mineral line. But the Reapers are being shut down. After this series, I will restart my client, and that should fix this. I'll get on it. But until then, it was a Stargate open, of course, with that Oracle going straight into a Twilight Council, straight into Blink. It's only going to be the single Oracle for the time being. We could go into a second and maybe a Phoenix again, but for the most part, we don't get into Phoenixes when we're rushing into Blink this quickly. They both serve the same purpose. As the Oracle dives in just for a revelation, just for a scout, confirming the 3-Rax follow-up. BattleB. This is ideal typically against a Stargate opener, but because we're transitioning into Stalkers, Krystianer should be okay. For those wondering, we're going to be building up a very large bio force. We're going to be hitting a timing with stim and combat shields. We're going to be attacking before medevacs come out, and that means that this attack is going to be very fast, very potent, but you're very limited in how many times you can stim. Of course, because you don't have any medevacs, you don't have any longevity with this army, so every stim is that much more important, it's that much more crucial. You have to be that much more careful. As BattleB is moving out. Oh, factory will be delayed. The starport is going to be delayed as a result. The Oracle doing a lot of damage. Oh my god. 6 SCVs go down. The push is upon us. Krystianer is waiting back at home. He has plenty of Stalkers, but Blink is not yet done. Without Blink, he's going to have a hard time engaging here. He does have sentries. He does have force fields. He's trying to bait out that stim. Yeah, upon seeing all these Stalkers, we can see BattleB second-guessing himself. He has to back off. He has to respect it. Does it go for the stim, and he is going to catch both of the sentries before any force fields are thrown down. But the Blink is done. Concussive Shell finishes up, but for the most part, Krystianer, he has held. Up, another stim. Does get one more Stalker before BattleB gets cleaned up. We have another force on the left-hand side. 4 Marines. The hit squad has arrived, and hey, we got some damage done. 3 probes, not too bad. Not too bad at all. But that was a heavy commitment. Looking at the units lost tab here, you can see almost double the minerals have been lost this game. 18 Marines and 4 Marauders went down. BattleB was hoping to get more damage done, especially after sustaining so many economic losses, after losing so much to that Oracle. He needed more than just to trade against Stalkers, and he only got 6. 6 Stalkers isn't too bad, but again, he wanted more. Behind this, he's rebuilding his army. A bit of a supply block. Medevacs are delayed. Oof. Likewise, though, Krystianer overextending with his Oracle will lose it. Will lose said Oracle. Krystianer is working on a 4th. And yeah, Krystianer, he doesn't have to push in. He doesn't have to break his opponent. He's getting further and further ahead. He's about to be at like double the base count of BattleB. Just looking to contain his opponents. But did Krystianer notice? Does he notice that, hold up, where are your Marines? Oh, he does notice. He recalls back home. BattleB going for a massive counterattack. Krystianer, he was just dancing with an army, and the army, in its absence, does realize that it should be somewhere, and it's not at home. Medevacs have arrived, reinforcements as well. Krystianer, he doesn't know where the army is going to attack, but the Phoenix does confirm its location. And BattleB pulls back. He's trying to get his 3rd base up and running. Meanwhile, Krystianer, he gets away with his own 4th. And the splash damage is arriving. We have the robotics facility. We have the Bay Colossus in production. Uh-oh. And Colossi, they work wonders against a bio-heavy composition like this, like Marines. The Marauders less so, but mainly Marines. As well as Widow Mines. The army has been spotted. Krystianer, he's rotating over to intercept. Wants to slow this down, force a siege if possible. Or borrow from the Widow Mines, I should say. Oh, Zelte, do you have to be careful? Up! A lot of them are being shaved off the Colossi. The first one is on the way. Need to buy a little bit more time. Overcharge is popped. At the same time, a massive Zealot counterattack is going to deny mining at the 3rd base. The Colossus is now here on the front lines. A lot of mines are going to take down the sentry. They're going to get cleaned up, and Krystianer is collapsing on this army. Meanwhile, across the map, too much damage is done. GG gets called, and Krystianer, he takes the series 2-0. GG. Almost in full control that game, despite the opener and despite being forced to take a really awkward base. Hold on, I'm going to restart my client. But despite being forced to take a really awkward base, and despite some lost mining time early on as well, he was able to react beautifully against what his opponent was doing, against the 3 racks, shut it down. Didn't just shut down the 3 racks, but he also did a lot of counter damage as well with his Oracle, really punishing BattleB. And after that, was doing a great job at containing his opponent, at reading the movement of BattleB as well. Never really allowed him to get any damage done across the map. And that's the power of BattleB's army composition, of his build, is that you have so many Marines, Marauders, Medevacs. You're going for this drop play like counterattacks. But Krystianer, he was able to keep up at every turn. GG, well played. And he advances on to the semifinals. Los semifinales, papi. Where we already have a couple of players ready and waiting.